because if that's what you do, then you're not gonna succeed long term. So
Who on Barbie D? Who on Barbie D? Everybody who you gotta see. Honestly, on my odyssey, on the baddest beat. I don't eat.
what's good, the realist gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, the realist Barbie D. And if you're new here, subscribe and get your notification, turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss any videos about entrepreneurship, motivation, life of entrepreneur, vlogs. This channel is all about starting and growing your own online brand. So if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. And my website is linked in the description. If y'all are interested in starting and growing your own online brand, your own online lash business, I'm a wholesale lash vendor. Also on my Instagram, I go live more than once a week, so y'all can participate in my Instagram live. Go ahead and follow me, links in the description. But without further ado, let's go right into this video. We are going to go over my 5 simple steps on how to start your own online brand this 2021. And you know, people mostly think that you can just purchase wholesale and that's it. But a lot of people like purchase samples and then they don't know what's next, right? So let's keep it simple and very specific. So 5 simple steps. Number 1 is deciding on what you want to sell. Like, what do you want your brand to be? So deciding on your brand and then your products. So when deciding about your brand, it's not only about the name and the logo. Obviously, those are the most important things that you will need, is knowing your business name and a very unique logo. Before I forget, I want y'all to understand that it's very, very important for you to actually figure out if somebody already has the same exact business name and logo design, because you don't want to get in trouble, right? So you don't want to be copying anybody's business name and business logo. So you want to look on Facebook, you want to look on Instagram, you want to look all over the internet. And you can also go to trademark website. uspto.gov I believe is where you can actually find like trademarked business names, so you don't have to copy other people's business names. Because I see that a lot of people, like, you know, whenever they're starting their own lash business, they're like Bougie Blinks or Blinks this or Bougie Lashes. It's like everybody's names is Bougie and Blinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to be creative. You need to be creative. You don't want the same exact names that everybody's already been using. So you want to make sure you're doing your research. So deciding your brand. So I want to make sure that y'all understand that a brand is, you know, it's like a personality. It's like an identity. So, like for example, like, is your brand geared towards just, you know, a certain type of group of people or ages, or like you need to have a customer avatar. So with me, with this luscious eyelashes, to me, like, you know, I call my customers beauty queen. And so my customer avatar would be somebody, you know, in the age of, I would say 20 to 30 years old, at least. And you know, she likes to dress up, she likes to do her makeup and her hair, she likes to look good, and you know, she likes to take selfies because that's, you know, she just likes to like look at herself and see herself looking pretty, you know what I'm saying? So that's like basically she, you know, she has a personality. Like, sometimes she likes natural look, sometimes, you know, she likes that bougie look. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like to be super basic, pretty much. You know, whenever she goes out and you know, whenever she goes anywhere or take pictures, she wants to make sure that she looks like pretty, and then feel pretty, of course, and standing out. So that's my customer avatar. So now for your brand, what is your customer avatar? Is that somebody who likes to dress up in workout outfits? Is that the person that likes to dress up in jeans? Is that person likes to dress up in, you know, dresses? Does she like long hair? Does she is she a simple girl? You know, you want to make sure that you write down your customer avatar. So that's very important when it comes to your branding, because now whenever you know who your target audience is, if you know who your customers are, then it'll be easier for you to find them. And then when you find them and you get your messages across to them, when you market your products to them, they're easily going to be like, oh yeah, that's my product, like that's my stuff, you know what I mean? And then they will buy from you. And you know, you want to build a loyal customer base. So basically, starting a business like an online brand, you know, 2021, like since 2020, I would say, or like since, you know, a few years ago, like it seems like everybody is now trying to do their own, you know, lash business, lip gloss, like everybody's doing the same exact thing. So you want to make sure that you stand out. So having a brand is very ideal whenever you're starting like a product-based business, because you know, even though whatever kind of business you have, even though you're just somebody who likes to do hair, you know, if you're a nail tech or whatever, you know, if you have a brand and you have like this identity and people recognize it, like, oh yeah, that's her brand, or that's her, like people would like know and recognize you and remember you. If you're just like anybody else with the same exact names, business names as other people, you know, if you're like the same exact style as other brands or Instagram boutiques, you know, you're not memorable. So just think about like these celebrities like Kylie Jenner, Jeffree Star. They are a celebrity for a reason. Like they do have this certain personality, and people gravitate towards these celebrities because they just love them, you know, they just love them. They're like a fan. So now every time they release new products, a brand or whatever, people are like waiting for them to release the product. You know, they pre-order, you know, you're just excited to get this product. So if you don't have a lot of followers or subscribers on YouTube or whatever platform, you need to build your audience like ASAP. Not everybody, you know, is the type of person to put themselves out there, and I understand that point of view because I was that person. You know, I've always been like the private person. So what I did was, you know, utilize other people's platforms, other people as like a brand influencer. I'm gonna go over that here in a second. But whenever you're starting an online brand, you want to make sure that you know what your brand is, what you stand for. Do you represent something? Like, what is the vibe? What is the color theme? You know, these are very important things that you need to start thinking and, you know, writing down, you know, taking notes of before you even like, you know, legalize your company or your business. So that's the number one thing. I know that's like a mouthful of information, but I hope y'all are like digesting everything that I'm saying. If you haven't gotten your notepads, go ahead and get your notepads and write down all these tips. All right, so that was number one, is figuring out and being clear about your brand. Number two, simple step on how to start and grow your own online brand this year 2021. So number two is figuring out what are you gonna sell, and you know, how are you gonna source your products. So if you feel like you just want to focus on like lashes only or lip gloss only, or you want to do like beauty products, you know, you need to have like a theme. You need to you need to be like a one-stop shop for something, instead of like selling everything under the sun. Like you got a bonnet, you got you know, clothes, you got lashes, you got hair. It's like, are you Like, what are you? Are you like Walmart? You're not Walmart. So you need to have like a brand needs to have some kind of theme. Like, you can't just be like, you know, if you want to focus on beauty products, you just focus on beauty products. If you want to focus on hair stuff. You know, if you want to focus on clothes, focus on clothes stuff. So, you know, like, I feel like that's just my opinion. Okay, so if you focus on one theme of like one category of items, you know, if you're just jewelry, you can just like jewelry or like necklace, you know, bracelet, watches, earrings. You know, you need to be in a certain category. Okay, so people can remember you, like remember like what do you really have to offer. Because if you're just like selling everything, you're selling bonnets, you're selling this, you're selling that, it's like people are gonna be confused, like what is your store, like what is your brand, you know what I mean? So what is really your brand? So that's like my tip number 2 for y'all. That's the second step, is figuring out what are you going to sell. So now when you find out where you're gonna sell, then you need to find out where are you gonna source your products. But I am a wholesale vendor. If you're looking to start your own lash business, go ahead and click the link in the description below. After you watch this video, go ahead and check out this link in the description if y'all are interested in starting and growing your own online lash business. I also do have like a step-by-step ebook on how to start a successful lash business. So it's a downloadable PDF that you can just download as soon as you purchase the ebook, and then you know you can print it out if you want. But it's gonna have like all the resources step by step. If you're so confused, you know, you don't want to overwhelm yourself when it comes to like starting, because a lot of people like think about, oh, it's always been my dream to start a lash business, but then I never do it. You know what I mean? So just be simple, just be you know, I feel like the best way to get started is like figuring out what you want to do, and then figure out the rest later. Because like if you overwhelm yourself, you're gonna end up not doing anything. So you know, source your products, do a research, you know what I mean? Like, don't just like expect to like ask anybody just, oh, how did you get this, or where did you get that? You need to do your own research. You know, you need to be resourceful. If you don't know something, go ahead and do your own research. Okay, so my number 3 simple step on starting and growing your own online brand this 2021 would be getting a website. So for product-based business, I would highly recommend that you go to shopify.com. That is where you can host your website and add products there, upload your product photos, you know, put your pricing. Very easy, and most importantly, it's like going to show you the statistics that you need to learn when it comes to selling your products. Like for example, it's gonna show you like how many people are adding products to their cart but not going to like the sales confirmation page. Like they didn't go purchase. Like you would know, like, okay, this is the amount of people that tried to add to cart, but then they didn't really purchase. So you will know, like, okay, something is wrong, right? Something is missing. It also shows you like where are most of your customers coming from. Are they coming from Facebook? Are they coming from YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever? So it's gonna let you know, like, oh, okay, like if I do more TikTok videos, then I should do more TikTok videos because that's where I'm getting my customers, right? So Shopify, like, it shows you like how much profit, how much everything. It does have like a little email marketing integration, like the very basic email marketing as well. That's another topic that I'm gonna go over here in a second. But okay, so Shopify, I would say Shopify, and then they have apps that can help you with making more sales. So it's very simple, but if you're the type of person that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just overwhelmed, I can't do this, like, you know what I mean, like you don't want to like figure it out. If you need help with like web design, go ahead and send me an email, or you can also like go to my website and look at the packages that I offer for website design. If you do a website design with me, I would need to know your business name, your logo, just the simple basic stuff. So also like high quality photos. You know, if you want to do your own photo shoot, then do it, girl. So get you a website, and also before I forget, whenever you get a website, go ahead and get you a domain name. So a domain name is like the www.yourbusinessname.com, and that's like 99 cents for the first year with GoDaddy.com. So GoDaddy.com is where you can purchase your domain name. So after the first year, I believe it's like only $11.99 a year. It's not like $11.99 a month. It's $11.99 a year. Okay, so don't be a stingy girl. Okay, go get you a domain name, because you want your business to be official, right? You don't want it to be like my business name .myshopify.com or .bigcartel or .wix, because don't nobody want to type all that long ass website. Okay, so like I said, go ahead and get you a domain name. It's very, very, very cheap. And then integrating it is very easy. All you need to do is log in to both Shopify and GoDaddy, and then it'll integrate. Okay, just make sure you read. You know, it's very easy, but if you need help, comment down below. So number 4 step, simple step that you need to learn in order to start and grow your own online brand is finding your customers. And when I say finding your customers, like I said earlier, like having a customer avatar. So whenever you know who your target people are, then go ahead and find like Instagram influencers or TikTok influencers, YouTube influencers. Like, you need to just not focus on one platform. You need to like expand your horizon. Okay, so you know, if somebody is popping on Facebook or Snapchat or whatever, or YouTube, I think YouTube is very powerful. There's a lot of YouTube channels that, you know, like there's like beauty channels, there's fashion channels. So it depends on what you're selling. You can find these type of people that can help promote your brand. And like I said on my other videos, you know, you gotta pay to play. So don't expect to just hit them up and say, hey, I want to send you free products, can you promote my stuff? Like, don't be like the type of person to like DM everybody, hey, can you like my video, can you promote my stuff? You can't be just asking from people without giving value to them. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want to hire somebody to be your Instagram influencer, brand ambassador, brand influencer, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing basically. Is you need to learn, so you need to learn like the right amount to pay. It's like, you know, if they have like 100k subscribers or 100k followers, like, you know, a certain amount of dollars. So you need to do your research and like hit up so many different ones. So like, you know, you need to message at least 50 brand ambassadors, 50 Instagram influencers that can possibly promote your brand. If you're a brand new business, they're mostly not going to like be as interested to, one second. If you're a brand new business, go ahead and start with promoting by yourself and promoting with your friends and family, and go ahead and, you know, give them like some products or a discount in return for their content. So like I said on my other videos, don't just tell people that I want to give you free products, can you promote for me, blah blah blah, because that's like very common like message, and people don't really value that. They just look at it as a free product. If your products are not as enticing, they're not gonna promote it. If your brand is not as enticing, they're not going to promote it. If you are not paying for a promo, they're not going to promote it. Okay, so back in the days, it used to be like very easy to just, you know, like have a referral type Instagram influencer stuff. Like it used to be so easy. Now everybody's doing it and it's oversaturated now. So you need to basically, you know, pay to play whenever you want to, like you wanted to take it seriously. Also do a bunch of research before actually paying somebody. It doesn't mean that they have so much followers or subscribers that it's gonna make your brand blow up, because, you know, if their audience is not engaged, and if their audience is not the type of audience that you should be collabing with, that is like congruent with your brand, then it's probably not gonna work out. You know, I don't want to say it's just not gonna work out, but you know, the chances of it working out is very little, because like I said, it has to be the influencers page, platform, and followers should be congruent with your brand. Okay, so I also made another video about brand ambassadors and how to like find them, and like how to actually figure out if they're the right fit for your brand. Go ahead and go to my channel and it'll be there on my other videos. But that's the thing, it's like find your tribe, find your customers. And you know, I also made another video specifically on how to market and find your customers. So go ahead and find, you know, go to my other video after this video if you want like this very specific information about finding your customers and marketing to your customers. So that's the number 4 thing, is figuring out who your customers are, finding brand ambassadors to help find more of your customers. Because, you know, if a person's page is all about like, you know, eye makeup with dramatic lashes or whatever, and that's the type of brand that you have, then their audience could possibly be the type of audience you're looking for. So you can collab with them, doing like a video collab, do like a product review collab, giveaway collab. You know, you need to be creative. You need to be thinking out of the box, because you can't just limit yourself with just one way of doing things. So like I said, if you guys want to watch that video, go ahead and watch that video after this video. Okay, moving on to the number 5. So the number 5 simple step that you need to know in order to start and grow your own online brand this 2021 is pretty much number 5 is just starting out, just doing it. Okay, and if you're already like launched and you didn't make any sales or whatever, figure out based on like the stuff that you already know, based on the information that you already know, figure out what didn't work out and what did you not do and what did you do. So it doesn't mean that you launched and it didn't work out, doesn't mean that it's never gonna work out. And the reason why is because what if you just missed something, like you didn't do your you didn't do like any kind of launch marketing strategy, you didn't do, you know, your research, you didn't do this and this and that. You're like, you can't just, you know, make an assumption that, oh, okay, well, it doesn't work out for me, it's never gonna work out. So you need to make a commitment to your brand, actually. So that's what I did. You know, I never really told anybody like, oh, I'm gonna start a lash business, da 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 da. I didn't want to tell nobody, because I already know every time I say something like that to anybody, they're always like, you know, I hope it works out, or, you know, like they always like have this negative comments. It doesn't necessarily have to be like super straightforward negative, but they always give this vibe of like, I hope it works out. You know, I hate it when people say that, like, you know, and then I'm like, I don't hope it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna work out, because if a specific strategy didn't work out, then I will now figure out that, okay, that doesn't work, then I'll do something different. If there is something that doesn't go your way, go ahead and figure out something else. Like, for example, let me just give you a very simple example, okay? If Instagram didn't work out for you, Like you're marketing on Instagram so much, but it didn't work out. What about TikTok? What about YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Or if this brand ambassador, Instagram influencer didn't work out, then why would you work with her again? Like, why don't you find somebody else? Like, if the pricing that you have is $15 and nobody want to buy your $15 product, why don't you make it cheaper to $12? You know what I'm saying? You need to be creative. You need to like switch it around, move around things. Because if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is what an entrepreneur does. It's like taking risks, you know, being creative, thinking outside the box, being optimistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, being an entrepreneur is not like just it's not as simple as buying some inventory and selling it on Instagram. Because if that's how you think, you're not going to be successful. Because if you want to be a CEO, if you want to be a full-time entrepreneur, like if you want to quit your job and never like clock in for nobody else, if you want to be your own boss, then you need to take it seriously. If you're not taking it seriously, if you cry and be discouraged about little things, this is not for you, sis. Like, entrepreneurship for real is serious. Like, it's not always like rainbows and unicorns and butterflies, okay? Like, there are days that you're gonna like feel like you just want to give up. There are gonna be days that you just feel like overwhelmed, and you know, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna work out. Like, it's like, you know, that's part of it, but it's very rewarding. I would say, on my personal perspective in experience, I love being my own boss. Because me personally, I just really hated like clocking in, being in a certain time to be at a job and being told like what to wear, what to do, how to do my makeup, how to talk. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown adult. I want to do whatever I want. I want to wake up whenever I want. Like, I want to do whatever I want. And like, you know, the freedom is basically like my motivation. So to you, like, what is your motivation? Like, why do you want to start a business? Don't be just like doing it just because everybody else is doing it. Because if that's what you do, then you're not gonna succeed long term. So that's it for my 5 simple steps. I want you guys to really understand everything I said, especially the last part. I want you all to take this seriously. Check the links in the description below before this camera dies. Watch my other videos if you're interested in those topics that I mentioned earlier. And I'll see you guys later.